Jason, Clear Creek Farm, how we doing? It's kind of nasty outside, so today we're going to do a video on how we feed our bottle babies and how they look after we raise them out and the costs that go with it. So, some people think this is kind of weird, but we just go down to the store and we get gallons of milk. Whole milk is what we use from the store. We found out it's way cheaper. I'm going to go back and I'm going to compare the differences between feeding them with gallons of milk and feeding them from Doe's Match milk or like from Tractor Supply, Farm and Home. Couple different brands there. I'm gonna go in, but let's get this bottle baby fed. He's getting hungry, and so we're gonna go there. We just warm it up in the microwave. You get a consistent mix every time. You're not doing nothing different to it. You're not mixing it up with powder. We just go down to Tractor Supply, Farm and Home, and get their bottle baby bottles with the nipples. This one's a couple years old. We don't have no problem. This guy here is a week old. Right now he's not on full ration. We ended up only feed them about half ration until they get about 2 to 3 weeks old. We'll increase it as we go. We start out at 3 to 4 ounces. He's up to right now 7 ounces and he drinks it pretty good. So one of the reasons we went to just feeding whole milk is we haven't had no problems with bloat. We haven't had no problems with Clostridium. And we haven't had no problems with them ever getting scours or the runs or nothing like that. So that's a good reason that we decided to go with the regular milk. When we were mixing things together, either powdered milk with other things, to mix up their milk, and we've found out and stuff in the last 2 years that they all grow the same with all the fancy mixes and all that good stuff, or with just putting them on straight milk. Anybody can go in the refrigerator, grab the gallon of milk, dump out how much ever they need, warm it up in the microwave, and it's ready to go. So we try to weigh our kids, all our kids and stuff every week. Last week he weighed 8.4, so when he was born. So now we're gonna weigh him and see what he is today. Okay. Looks like 10.2. So almost 2 pounds in a week on a bottle. That ain't too bad. So this is his damned raised brother. He was 8.2 when he was born. He actually is not as big as his brother was. He's 9.4. So he's actually gained less than what the bottle baby has. So you can raise them just as good on a bottle as you can by the moms. So when we get bottle babies and stuff, we end up bringing them in the house. It's way easier to take care of, especially when you're feeding them 3 or 4 times a day. We got an old kids pack and play. We took and put a wooden frame on the inside of it with a plastic bag, and then we just put shavings down over top. First week or so, we usually have them in a tote, a big tote from Walmart or Myers, wherever, and we drill 3-inch holes inside of it so that way they can breathe and all that good stuff, and then you can keep them in there, and you can keep them in a closer quarter where they're warmer. This is Mistress, another bottle baby we kept. She was born in April 2019. She's just as big, if not bigger, than some of the other bottle babies, or some of the other does that were dam raised. So just because they have to be raised on a bottle don't mean that they're junk. So when you pass off, when you sell does cheap, just because they're bottle baby, you're cutting yourself short. Good reason to raise them out. This is Full Throttle, another baby from last year, 2019. He's pushing probably 150, 160 pounds. He's only right now about 7 months old. Gonna make a good buck for somebody. We're probably gonna keep him for a while. This is a good reason why you just don't sell bottle babies dirt cheap just because they're bottle babies. It's cheaper to raise them out, make more money out of them. Unless somebody's gonna pay you the money that they're worth, you're better off to keep them yourself, raise them out. It's a little extra trouble, but you can still get some good animals. Or if you're looking for good animals, reasonable, watch out for people that have bottle babies that they don't want to deal with. You just got to know what you're looking for, and you can find some halfway decent bottle babies to raise out yourself for reasonable, pretty cheap. So this is another bottle baby. This is Cole, Rolling Cole. He actually was out of a recip for a flush that we did. His mom only had one teat on one side that had milk, so we pulled this one off. He was born January 2nd, 2019. And so he's just a little over a year old, and he's pushing 200 pounds. So when people sell these bottle babies cheap, good reasons why you can get some decent animals when you watch genetics. And when it comes to bucks, I hate to say it, I think some of the best bucks end up being bottle babies just because they have a better attitude. This is Miracle. She was a triplet at birth, all raised on the bottle. She was 3 pounds at birth. Didn't think she was going to make it. That's why her name is Miracle. She was born in April of 2018, and she will be a mama here in a couple weeks. So I said I was going to get you guys some numbers on what it costs doing it the way that we do it compared to buying powdered milk and doing it the powdered milk way. Like I said earlier, we just go down to the store and get gallons of milk. We can go down to Meijer, which is our local store, and get their Penny Saver brand of gallons of milk for $1.09. So at $1.09, it's gonna cost us $29.12 to feed out a kid. That's 8 weeks, 4 bottles a day. So it ends up being like 13 cents a bottle. So they're gonna end up going through 224 bottles during the 8 weeks. That's 28 gallons of milk for one bottle baby. So, I mean, that's pretty reasonable. I mean, before you even run the other numbers, I mean, that's reasonable. But let's go take and do what a lot of people think that you should do and use the Doe's Match Milk, which is supposedly formulated basically the same as mom's milk. For an 8-pound bag, is $28.99 is what I found. You'll end up using 3 ounces out of each bag to make 1 pint bottle or 16-ounce bottle. That ends up coming out to 67 cents per bottle. That's 42 pounds of the Doe's Match milk that you're going to need at $150.08. So let's go with a different brand, which you can get at Tractor Supply, Farm and Home, the DoMors. I think that's how you say it. They do a 7-pound bag, which is $24.99. It takes the same amount, 3 ounces, to make 1 bottle, 16-ounce bottle. So that's 66 cents per bottle. So you're still 300-400% more than what you can go down to your local store, even at $4 a gallon. Let's say $4 a gallon is 50 cents per bottle, because you can get 8 bottles out of a gallon of milk. So 8 16-ounce bottles out of a gallon of milk. So the DoMors and stuff is going to cost you $147.84. That's still 42 pounds. You're going to need the same amount, 42 pounds. So you might be able to get a little bit cheaper if you can go buy a 50-pound bag, but it's still quite expensive. Using the regular milk, you don't have the problems with their stomach issues. You don't have scours. You don't have inconsistencies of making the bottles. We used to make a mix up that we had from somebody else gave us, where we used powdered milk, which was way more expensive than what this stuff is. And then you added heavy whipping cream and other things. But we found out, and as you could see, just feeding them straight milk, they grow just as well. So there's no reason to add all that extra stuff. Only other thing I think would be better for them is if you had a local dairy farm and you could buy it from the local dairy farm. I don't know what a local dairy farm would charge you, but that would be a good way. So maybe check that out if you have that option. But I still say going to your local store, Walmart, Meijer, Target, wherever you can get milk from. And I think you're going to still be cheaper and better off for the animals to do that. So after these numbers are all run and stuff, if you guys can pick up a cheap bottle baby from somebody that don't want to hassle with the time it takes to raise out a bottle baby, and it has good genetics, I would say pick it up. We say keep all our bottle babies unless somebody wants to give us the price we think it's worth. Just because it's, to us, it's worth it. Like I said, it costs $30 basically to raise out a bottle baby for 8 weeks before you're putting them on feed. If somebody wants to offer me good money for one, I'm going to sell it. So that's what we do. That's why we do it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it informed you guys. And you guys all have a great night. And see you on the next video.